Good morning. I am Soumya, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechatronics Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. I am going to do the presentation on the topic shell molding investment casting, which comes under special casting process. What is shell molding and investment casting process? So these are all the contents which we are going to see for today's presentation. First one, introduction. Types of special casting process, advantages, disadvantages, and applications. So before knowing what is shell molding and investment casting, which comes under special casting process, I would like to give an explanation on casting. Okay, so which means pouring molten metal into a refractory mold cavity and allows it to get solidified. The solidified object is taken out from the mold either by breaking or taking the mold apart. So finally, this solidified object is called as a casting. So the technique followed in the method is known as a casting process. Okay. So now in this slide, we are going to see a special casting process. So why do we have to prefer this type of process is nothing but, so normally in conventional or traditional process, what we call it as sand molding. So it may be used only for ferrous and non-ferrous metals. But these molds can be used only once because it will be destroyed after the metal has to be solidified. So this sand molding process, what we are using, the sand will be used only once. It cannot be reused again. So that is a disadvantage. And next one, I just wanted to point out this cost of production. So initial cost will be higher and also the whole process will be higher too. Okay, so the sand molds cannot maintain the tolerance and smooth surface finish. So this is another disadvantage. So in order to meet all these requirements, okay, which means you have to reuse the process, that is part materials, and also you have to maintain the surface finish and the tolerance, and it should be economical too. Okay, so to have all these kind of goodness, we are preferring this special casting process. So next one, we are going to see the types of special casting process. Shell casting, investment casting, centrifugal casting, die casting, and last ceramic mold and carbon dioxide molding. Okay, so why I have highlighted these three is nothing but only these three topics are there in our syllabus, which means shell casting and investment casting will be here in the slides and centrifugal casting will be in the next presentation. So now we'll see what is shell molding. Okay, so before getting to know about what is shell molding in brief explanation, I just wanted to do the comparison between the sand casting and this shell molding. Okay, so these are all the steps what is followed in this process, and compared to sand casting, this shell molding process has a better dimensional accuracy, high productivity rate, and lower labor requirements. Okay, so it is used for small to medium parts that require high precision. This shell mold casting is a metal casting process which is similar to sand casting. So in that, molten metal is poured into the expandable mold. Okay. However, in shell mold casting, the mold is thin walled shell created from applying a sand resin mixture around the pattern. So here you can see a thin wall is there. Okay, so it is a shell where you can this creates from applying a sand resin mixture. So you have a binders here. So I explain that around this pattern. The pattern metal piece in the shape of desired part. So it can be reused. To form multiple shell molds. Okay, so the reusable pattern that allows for higher production rate, while the disposable molds enable complex geometries to be cast. Okay, so this shell mold casting requires the use of a metal pattern, oven, sand resin mixture. We have dump box and the molten metal. Okay, let's see the steps of shell molding process now. So let me just wanted to highlight these. So first one, we have to make a pattern creation before all the first step. So a two-piece metal pattern is created in the shape of the desired part. So typically from iron or steel. So other materials are sometimes used, such as aluminium for low volume production, or graphite for casting reactive materials. Okay, so we have a mold creation. First, each pattern half is heated to like 200 to 300 degrees Celsius. So it will be coated um, with a lubricant to facilitate the removal. So here we have a sand with resin binders. So this one is a heated pattern. Okay. So what we are going to do now is what the matter is. So the heated pattern is clamped to a dump box. So this is the dump box. Okay. So it is inverted. So next step is inverted, allowing the sand-resin mixture. Okay, binder. The dump box is inverted, allowing this sand mixture to coat the pattern. The heated pattern, okay, partially cures the mixture, which now forms a shell around the pattern. So you'll be having the shape of this heated pattern. You'll be forming a layer over it. So each like pattern half and the surrounding shell is cured to complete in an oven. Okay, and then shell is ejected from the pattern. Okay, so based upon how many times you have that upside down, that is inverted portion of this dump box, you'll be having the layers of it. Okay, next one, you have to eject this pattern out of this heated layers. Okay, so you have to eject that. So next one we have, so finally this will be ejected. Okay, so this is the part what I'm talking about. So next one you have to make another pattern of it. So half of the pattern, half of the thing is done, and remaining half shell need to be created. And after doing that, so two shells, okay, are joined together and securely clamped to form the complete shell mold. Okay, so here you can see both the shell. Okay, so it will be combined together. So if any cores are required, okay, they are inserted in prior to the closing the mold. The shell is then placed into a flask and supported by a backing material. Now you can see now next step is pouring. Okay, so the mold is securely clamped together with the molten material. So when the molten material is that will be poured with the help of this ladle, okay, into the gating system. So this is the gating system and fills the mold cavity. Okay, so after doing this, you have to cool. Okay, so the after the mold has been filled, the molten metal is allowed to cool, and it should be get solidified in the shape of the final casting. So shape of this, you'll be having molten metal should get solidified as per that. And finally it is done after getting solidified, which means by cooling it, the casting removal must be done. Okay, so that after the molten metal has cooled, the mold can be broken and casting will be removed. Finally, the finishing operations, which means surface finish, everything will be done, and trimming and cleaning process are required to remove any excess metals from the feed system and any sand from the mold. Okay, so that's it for shell molding. So before knowing what is shell molding, I've just shown you the picture of it with all the steps. Okay, now let's get into the point. So now again, what is shell molding? Why this name referred to, what this referred to? So this is somewhat similar to sand casting, but the molding cavity is formed by a hardened shell. We have a shell here of sand instead of a flask filled with sand. Okay, the sand used is finer than sand casting sand, and it is mixed with resin. Okay, so it can able to be heated by the pattern and hardened into a shell around the pattern. Okay, so because of the resin and the finer sand, it gives much finer surface finish. So finally, this shell molding is also known as shell mold casting, which is an expendable mold and casting process that uses a resin covered sand to form the mold. Okay, this is the first step which I have shown you in the previous slide. So you can see here again, I'm repeating the thing again and again. here you can see a heated pattern. So this pattern will be heated from 200 to 300 degrees Celsius. So with a mixture of the fine sand. Also we have a resin which is nothing but the thermosetting phenolic resin, which also acts as a binder, sand with the resin binder. So that is what it meant. We inside the dump box we have already combined together. We made this pattern placed over the dump box, which consists of the sand with the resin binder. Okay, so why we are using this silicone? Okay, which means that to to prevent the sticking of shell with the pattern as a releasing agent, we use a silicone which is sprayed over the hot pattern here. Okay, so the second step says that, so here you can see inverted position. So dump box will be tilted, and because of this what will happen is that, so about 3.5 mm thickness of layer, okay, sand or plastic mixture will be adhered over this pattern. Okay, so the shell thickness will be dependent upon the time of contact of mixture with the hard heated pattern. Okay, so for how long will you keep this upside down, that is a tilted position or inverted position, so that many times the layer thickness will be. Okay, so next one, the third step says, so once more it is heated for around 420 degrees Celsius for 3 minutes of curing. Okay, so finally this will be removed. Okay, the skin will be removed from the pattern. So this is the pattern. So this skin layer, okay, which is nothing but the sand resin mixture binder, will be formed as a layer over the pattern. That is actually to be removed from the dump box and also the pattern. Okay, so this is what we called as a shell mold. So next step, so how we have made the half shell, again this another half shell will be made and combined together. Okay, so secure together, and the molten metal is poured into the shell to form the part. Okay, inside this, through gating system, the molten metal will be poured. So after getting solidified, the shell will be broken. So next one is that investment casting. So why do we call it as investment casting as that? So it is also called as a lost wax process or precision investment casting, but so it is a process that has been practiced for thousands of years with the lost wax process, being one of the oldest known metal forming techniques. From 5,000 years ago, when beeswax formed the pattern, to today's high technology wax. So this refractory materials and specialist alloys, the casting ensure high quality components that are produced with the key benefits of the accuracy. Another characteristics like repeatability, versatility, and integrity. Okay, so now we have another point. So why we are preferring this type of investment casting while we have another different types of special casting process, like what we have seen in the previous slide, like shell molding and centrifugal casting, carbon dioxide molding. So why? It means metals that are hard to machine, okay, so or fabricate, are good candidates for this process. So in case of like if you can't able to do the machining in conventional process or any other process, so this is quite good enough to do the machining. Okay, which means you can able to do the molding process with the help of this investment casting. So next one, what we are telling you is that mold is made by making a wax pattern. Okay, so or some other material that can be melted away. Okay, so you have to use a pattern which is quite good enough to get melted easily. Okay, so next one, you have to know why this investment term came. Okay, so from the fact that, so we are investing the pattern into the refractory material. Okay, which means the refractoriness and the pattern what we are using is much more in a two extent. Okay, which means like one is getting melted away, another refractoriness means which you can able to withstand high temperature. Okay, so now let's see investment casting in detail. Okay, so in the previous slide we are talking about wax pattern. Okay, so here this wax pattern once made will be dipped into the refractory slurry. Okay, slurry means let's see what content we are going to use. Actually, slurry exact meaning means a liquid which is much more denser than water. Okay, refractory, you know the meaning behind it. So material which withstand high temperature. Okay, so the whole liquid part, so which coats over the wax pattern and forms a layer. Okay, it's called the skin. So slurry, what we are using is that ingredients: fine silica sand plus water or ethyl silicate or gypsum solution. Next one, once if it gets dried, the process of dipping in the slurry and drying is repeated until a robust thickness is achieved. Okay, so until the thickness which you are looking for, you have to you have to repeat the same process again and again until you get the thickness. Okay, which you are expecting for into the slurry. And after this, the entire pattern, okay, will be placed in an oven, and automatically, you know what will happen. We have used a wax pattern also. Okay, so the wax get melted away. Next one, this leads to the mold that can be filled with the molten metal. So finally, the mold is formed around the one piece pattern, which have to be pulled out from the mold as in traditional sand casting, which we get a intricate parts and other cuts can be made. Okay, so the whole process is this. Next one, so this is what the step says. You have a wax pattern. You have to make a pattern. First of all, you have to make a master pattern for this wax pattern. First of all, okay. So that is what the thing is. Also making a tree of wax pattern, coating it with a slurry of fine silica, sand, and water. Okay. Here we are going to use a screw which you can able to combine the wax patterns how many you want. And finally, you will be dipping into the refractory slurry. So you'll be forming a layer over it. Again, you will be placing it in oven. What will happen? The wax will be getting melted away. And finally, you'll be pouring the molten metal into it. And after you get the solidified part, the mold, you have to remove the remaining parts which is not at all needed. Okay, so this is what the investment casting process is. So where you can use this type of investment casting process is nothing but, especially this is adopted for ornaments and jewelry. Okay, for making especially like intricate parts. So next one, schematic illustration of investment casting. We have wax injection. So you have to produce the wax, that is by with the help of this injection molding. And we have assembly. So this wax pattern will be combined together with the help of sprue and shell building, uh, which is immersed into the refractory slurry. So you'll be getting a layer of it, and finally you'll be placing this in an oven to make the wax getting melted away. Also we have conventional casting. So normal casting process. So shell will be filled with the molten metal by gravity pouring. So once it just get cooled up, the parts and gates, sprue, other parts will be like becoming one solid casting. Okay, so knockout must be done here to remove all that. You'll be using the like vibration or water blasting. Finally, cutting off will be done with the help of that from the sprue. Okay, you will be using this high speed friction saw, and finally this finished casting will be done. Okay, which means you have to do the remaining part like smooth surface finish. So that process, the minor finishing process should be done. So that is what, and it should be ready for the market, uh, for the shipment for the customers to get delivered. Okay, so next one we have advantages of shell mold casting process. So we have a better surface finish, better dimensional tolerance, high throughput due to reduced cycle times, less sand is used, and yeah, process can be produced complex parts with good surface finish. You also have high production rate. For investment casting process, parts of great complexity and intricacy can be cast. That is the only main disadvantages why we are preferring for, especially for the ornaments to be made. Next one, close dimensional control and good surface finish. So once the wax get melted away, once if it is getting melted away, again you can able to reuse it. So that is a advantage, right? So additional machining is normally required. So this is an edge shape process. And also we have disadvantages like shell mold casting process. We have high pattern cost and resin cost. So the cost is very much higher. So uneconomical for small run. Size of the cost casting is limited. For investment casting process, you need to go for many process. The whole process consumes a lot of time, expensive. So next one, applications of shell molding casting process. So where do we use this type of process? As follows. So sizable amount of casting in steel industry are made by shell molding, uh, which prefers to get a profitability. And also the materials what we use is that carbon steel, alloy steel, stainless steel, low alloys, aluminum alloys, copper. So these are all can be casted. Also, we can able to do the components like body paints, truck hoods, small size boats, bathtubs, etc. Automated shell molding machines and robots also can be made, and also we have robotizing. So still we have some more applications of shell mold casting process. We can make cylinders, cylinder heads, and then automobile transmission parts, cast tooth bevel gears, brake beam, transmission planet carrier, gear blanks, small crankshafts, refrigerator wall plate, and chain seat bracket. So next one we have applications of investment casting process. So it is limitless. Okay, where do we apply is that we are going to use this in aerospace field, power generation, firearm, automotive, military, commercial, so everywhere. Okay, so next one, for example, they are giving you that firearm industry. So it turns to cast parts for firearm receiver. So these type of components be made. Next one can be used by beverage industries equipments. International pressure relief valve manufacturers in the oil and gas industries, jet propulsion for military and civilian aircrafts. So that's all for today's presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you.